Hello everyone, Lau here. Welcome back to my channel and welcome to an unboxing. Yeah, I thought it's time for a unboxing because I realized I have put out all of my flea market videos now back to back, not all, but a lot of them, so that we had like, I don't know, for the last 4 or something weeks at least, just flea market videos, which is awesome. I know you love them. But I also wanna, go through all of the packages that I still have. Stuff that I purchased myself online or that I got in a trade, like this box here. And this box comes from Sweden, comes from Alison, aka Purple Bats Project. She is also on YouTube, so you should check her out. She is a really relaxed and chill YouTuber. She just does videos whenever she likes, and it's about vintage toys. She's probably about 10 years younger than me, so a lot of stuff that she collects goes also into the 2000s. She's not a doll collector. She does occasionally have maybe a doll or so, maybe a Lady Lovely Locks or something, but she's really into all of the cutesy, colorful, more animal or fantasy toys. It's not so much dolls. There won't be any Barbies. She loves My Little Pony of all generations, and not all, but like maybe also generation 1, but then also 3. And some fakies also of that time, and she collects Little as Pet Shops and stuff like that, from like also 80s and 90s, but as I said, more also into the 2000s, and even some new stuff. She originally comes from the US, but she's living in Sweden. That's why this package comes from Sweden. And she used to be on Instagram. That's how I communicated with her, but she deleted her Instagram recently, just about, I don't know, a couple of weeks or maybe a month ago or so, because she thought, no, enough scrolling, enough stuff that's on my, in my feed that I don't want to see, enough of that. But she still occasionally uploads a YouTube video here and there, and it's really relaxing just to listen to her. She never shows a face. It's more like just a show and tell what she found. She goes thrifting and all. And this package, I don't remember exactly when it was sent, if it was already this year or it was already last year. I know it took a long time for us to really finish this trade. We had talked about, started talking about it like, I don't know what, last summer, or it was, technically we started already earlier, but then we said, I don't have time right now for a trade, and then we returned to it later on. And then there were like 2 ponies that she wanted from me, but I still had to, reroute them. They didn't have hair, and it just took me forever to get to them. That's why we finished kind of this trade like then so late. So I don't know, it was maybe beginning of this year or last year that finally this package arrived here, and my package went to Sweden. So it's been a while, so I don't remember all of the stuff that's in here. I know that there's some really exciting things in, and as I said, she's not really a doll collector. There shouldn't be many dolls in there, I believe. So it's not a Barbie heavy video or anything. It's more like all sorts of other, vintage goodness. Let's just start with it and see what's in there. I mean, I can of course never know if she put stuff in there that wasn't even really in the trade. That's like additional goodies or something, I don't know, but all of the other stuff, I don't remember any dolls. I have more packages. I also have, of course, a package from Prince of Pastries that should have 1 doll in it. I have another trade with Nadine that should have a couple of dolls and other stuff. I have another package from Tommy that I think I just peeked in there. There's like ponies in. So all that stuff will be another video, but I thought this is a big box. It can stand on their own. The others are also not small, but maybe I put them together. So let's start with this. Sweden. She goes thrifting more than I think, like flea marketing, so I think Sweden has kind of good thrift stores, I guess. So what do we have in here? Oh my god, it's, I don't know how to, okay, so looks like there's lots of stuff. I don't think I can show it, it's just too roomy here. Doesn't look like super, I don't know, colorful or anything like that right now. It's just really the stuff, and I see doll feet. That's weird because I cannot remember that we put any dolls in this, and I just said it, there shouldn't be any dolls in there. don't see a card or something. And I also don't know if I opened the package upside down, also that could always be the case. So maybe the card is at the bottom or something, but let's start with whatever we have here. Okay, this rattles. See, I don't remember really that this was in there. I gave her, by the way, if you like, you know, think of what could I have given her in a trade, there was lots of, as I said it, there were G1 ponies, more than the ones that I rehaired. There were also others, but then there was lots of Polly Pockets. So a lot of the Polly Pockets that I wanted to get rid of at Toyplosion and wouldn't, because they weren't really, nobody was really interested in them. A lot of them went to Allison now. And here is a Polly Pocket that I actually want to have in my collection. Oh my god, I'm not really prepared now for this one. This is one of the, you know, books, but it is one of the later ones. Not the first 3 ones, not a mermaid book, but the ones that had the key. And of course the key is missing in this case. So there's 2 different ones. There's the sweets one and the bouncy castle. And technically you would take off the little key here and put it in there, because, you know, there's a lock. And you would, you know, try to turn it. By the way, that's the way a lot of the keys got broken. So I should be able to open it also without that. It's pretty difficult to open. I just had to turn the camera down because, as I said, I don't have the key. Technically, you put the key in and you would, you know, turn it, and I don't know if that would make a huge difference, but this one was really stuck. You can technically open it without. I needed to, you know, get a scissor underneath one of those clasps and then get it open, but it was, you know, it's possible. This is the, oh gosh, Sweet Treat Shop, I think that's what it's called. There are no figures in, but as I said, I don't remember if this was really in our trade, but if not, whatever, I don't have it. Thank you so much, Allison. This is such a cute set. It is glittery all over, and of course it's like, I don't know what, absolute, you know, dream. This is not really a realistic set because there's a bed that can swing out. Everything is, you know, with lollipops and ice cream, and I don't know, these doors open here. I don't know, what do they even reveal behind? I don't know, a throne or something made of ice cream or so. The bottom half here, there's more. There's like a, is it like a little boat here? How do you move this technically? Is it inside here? Ah, yeah. So there's a little hut, or I don't know. This is a little broken, but technically it opens up. I can just also take it off. And I think you turn this, yeah. So you turn this little ice cream here, and then there's a little boat floating upon the river of, I don't know, strawberry milk or something, and this looks so cute, and look how beautiful, it's glittery all over the place. This would come with 2 figures, Polly and a friend, and with, I believe, 1 or so super tiny piece that's always missing. I don't even know what it is, like a little sweet or something, and I don't know, of course, with the key. Look at how cute at the sides. You couldn't even see that. There's like lollipops and, I don't know, little sweets at the side, like like shrubbery. And this little hut here, this little house, of course, looks like a teapot. The other one that I have is the purple one, and that's, I mean, it's not called Bouncy Castle, sorry, Bouncy Castle is an even rarer one, that's something else, but there is a Bouncy Castle inside. It's more like a playhouse. The other one is like Polly's Playhouse or so, and this is the, I think, the Sweet Treat Shop. I will not close it all the way because it was so hard to open. Let's just leave it here. Oh my god, so good. The other one I also like, I just have because of my friend Cotton Candy Kitten. Apparently I only get this stuff because of friends. I don't know why I'm not good enough to get all of this stuff, but this is a rather expensive one. I mean, maybe not in this condition, without key, without anything, but this is one of the rare, also a little later one, so like 1996, which is also a year before. I mean, maybe 1997 was also still released some of the sets that were under the vintage Polly Pocket banner, you could say, because of course we still have the original Polly Pocket logo here, Bluebird Toys and Mattel, of course, at that time. But I think 1997 then was really the very last year of these Polly Pockets before they changed. Now I'm really curious. I want to grab the dolls. I see two dolls here. And something else. I cannot even I cannot even just grab the dolls because I can already see something else. But let's grab the dolls. There is one that's missing a head. No, there's the head. Wow. Where are they? Were they in? I cannot remember that these were in the trade. Here we have an Imani from like the Zindy line, so a Hasbro doll, and here we have a Christie. It's just that, yeah, it's in there, and there probably it has like broken out at one point. I don't know what Christie this is. I have to check, but I don't think that I have her. She's probably a beach Christie, I would guess, because of the arms, red lips. And maybe she isn't. Maybe she is a black version of some kind of Barbie. That's also totally possible. Wow. And here we have, this is definitely the Crimp. Oh my God, what's the name? Crimp? Beat Fun? Crimp and Beat? I have to check. Imani. I have the Zindy to this. They have this hair that you can, you know, make weird shapes with. But also, of course, it came with, you know, beads and stuff to put in, like here. And oh, there's still something underneath here. Weird. I recently, just super recently at the flea market, which you will see that video in, I don't know, half a year or so, found the dress to her, and I've just put it on my other Imani. I have another one. With this doll, there's a little bit of an interesting story, like this face mold especially. Not sure about this body mold, maybe also. But technically it's the same body mold as the Hasbro Zindies from the 90s. But technically Imani was her own character from a completely different toy line from Olmec Toys, which was a toy company specializing in, you know, ethnic diverse dolls and action figures and all. And they had the Imani doll line. And this is definitely the face mold to that. I think... Yeah, it still says Olmec Toys, 1992. So in 90s, 1992? Yeah, but it definitely says Olmec Toys, but it was incorporated then later on into the Zindy line, because then Zindy got a black friend, and that was Imani. I only have one. I remember I found this exact Imani at the flea market at one point, and I was like, oh, she's interesting and blah 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 blah. And then that was so long ago that I still decided at that point to not get her. I was like, no, I'm just collecting Barbie. This is not my blah 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 collection. And of course now I'm collecting much more than that. So wow, I don't remember if she was in there. And also her, maybe. Let me quickly, you know, I will turn the camera off and we'll check who this actually is. If this is a Christie or if this is a black Barbie. Could be either way. Maybe give you a last chance to identify her yourself. She has bangs, saran hair, hip length, I would say. Red lips, green eyes, 3 lower lashes, and like green and yellow eyes. Okay, identified her. I was kind of right. She is a beach Christie. What I actually didn't say before is that she doesn't have the Christie face. Sorry if I should have said Shani face, or this is a Shani maybe, but I was guessing it's not a Shani because Shani wasn't really widely available in Europe. There were a couple of Shanis included in the Barbie line, but I thought that it's not one of those. And at one point the Shani face was also sometimes used for other dolls, of course for black Barbies or for some Christies. And yeah, Sparkle Beach Christie has the Shani face. That's the 1990 at the back. It's also not the Asha or not the Nichelle face, it's really the Shani face. So here she is, Sparkle Beach from 1995. She would have like a bathing suit or bikini thing, I think in orange. So, wow! And of course she is, I believe, yeah, she's missing her earrings. She had these 3 with these 3 in silver, these 3 pearls or whatever in there. I could not remember that this is in our trade, and if it wasn't really in the trade and it was just an additional thing, thank you so much. I love like finding or getting more black dolls because it's rather rare to find them here. There weren't really many released in Europe, and the ones that were probably didn't sell as well as, you know, the blonde ones, because, you know, a lot of people like me as a child that just wanted to have the blonde doll because, you know, blonde and I am blonde, so blah. So I guess these did not really sell that well, and also they weren't like available that widely and all of that, so it's rather rare to find them. So I don't have any of them. As I said, I found the Imani at one point at the flea market and left her because don't need her, but now I do actually really like these dolls. So okay, I lied, there were dolls in here, but now let's get to this, which I already saw while I tried to get the dolls out of here. This is one of the main things, and oh wow, it is so vibrant. It's a Dream Beauty. I can't believe it. She is already technically she's my 3rd Dream Beauty, but she is definitely the only one that I have that has the full length of hair, and it's probably the one in the best condition. I see there's a little bit of smudge here in terms of the cutie mark or the symbol, but that's fine. Totally. Also there's a little bit of, you know, some marks here, because these, yeah, they're technically My Little Ponies, but they're much more like made like, you know, a Barbie horse or like a Fashion Star filly or something. There, hard plastic, and the hair is like you know, rooted in a specific way that I'm not able to redo it. So if I find one, I have 2, never found one at the flea market or anything, but I have 2, and both of them have not really good hair. This one, oh my god, I think this is from the Rainbow Beauties, which makes sense. There's lots of rainbow hair, and also looks like a rainbow, all of that here. And I think her name is Morning Glory. She has 1, 2, 3, 4 different hair colors. There's a very light pink. It might be fading. No, I don't think it's fading pink. I think that's the cotton candy pink. Then we have a hot pink, then we have blue, and then this green. Same in her tail. And she is yellow, like really, really sunny yellow, and has this symbol here of a sun. And then I don't know if these are meant to be clouds or rainbow clouds or cotton candy or whatever. Oh my god. Yeah, these are My Little Ponies. So they belong into the family of My Little Pony from Hasbro back in the, you know, back in the day, the 80s and 90s. These came out in the 90s, the very early 90s. And they were an attempt by Hasbro to, you know, get into maybe the market of girls that has grown out of the typical My Little Ponies and wants a little bit more, I don't know, I don't want to see adult or anything, but these are more teenage maybe. When, you know, also me, I played with My Little Pony when I was younger, and then at one point I got more into Barbie, and this is more the Barbie territory, you could say. So these were meant to be, you know, more teenage ponies and a little bit less juvenile, but they didn't sell really well. I don't know, children still wanted the normal ponies. And I mean, there were a couple of lines. There were at least, I don't know, 5 or so different lines, or 6. Some of them had 3 ponies in it. Some of them had just 2 ponies in it. The only ones I have are the Showtime Beauties, the ones that look like they have saddles and all of that all over, like carousel horses. And this is one from the Rainbow Beauties. There were some also that had wings. Those are the most expensive ones nowadays. There are some that have, you know, little, you know, metallic symbols that you can open, where there was a little cream or a little lip gloss or something underneath. So there's lots of different ones, although they were just really sold for 1 year, I believe. They were definitely sold also in Europe and in Germany, and people have found them at flea markets, but nowadays, of course, it's so rare. I mean, if I would have started going to flea markets like 10-15 years ago, maybe I would have found one of those, but not nowadays. Most of them are in collectors' hands now, and I mean, they didn't sell really well to begin with, so that's why they're pretty expensive. I mean, their prices also fluctuate, but if it's in quite a good condition, I mean, around €100 is still maybe 80 or something. And then the ones that are in better condition and have the wings, I mean, this never had wings, but there's some that are Pegasus, those can go for really like more, like 150 or something. But oh my god, yeah, this was something that she kind of showed to me even longer ago than when we finalized our trade, and I was like, oh, I would really like to have it, but technically I don't have space. But it's the truth, I don't have really space for those. Even my other ones are cramped into another shelf. This will not fit on this shelf. I will have to put this on another shelf, but I will make space. I love them. They're so special. They look, when you look in the eyes, they look like my little ponies, but other than that, they kind of really are more like fashion star fillies or fantasy fillies and stuff like that. And that's really what Alison mostly collects. I think the fantasy fillies, that's one of her biggest collections. Okay, what do we have here? I don't know. Let's get to this. This is in a plastic bag and it feels really soft and squishy, so I have an idea what it could be. It is. Oh, what's that? No, that's just bubble wrap. Another piece of bubble wrap. Oh, so adorable. My first bunny surprise. I love this line. I love, you know, the puppy surprise and kitty surprise. I had a cup surprise at one point, and last year in Japan I bought my first pony surprise. I never had a bunny surprise. Here's one. I don't think that it has babies. I think she has had, no, there are no babies. So at one point I might maybe buy then online at least 1 or 2 babies for this one. But these were not sold in Germany. We only had the kitties, the puppies and the cubs, so bears, dogs and cats for this line. The pony surprise and the bunny surprise, for whatever reason, they weren't released in Germany. Probably in other European countries they were, but oh, look at this. It is white and has a little bit of purple in the face. The nose is purple, then the fur up here. The inside of the ears is pink. And I think here is, yeah, the BS stands for bunny surprise. If you have a kitty surprise, it would say KS or PS for puppy surprise and all of that. Or PS could also mean pony surprise, right? I don't know. Whatever. And they are these super cute plushies. They have these hard plastic faces. And then, of course, the gimmick of them was that in their belly they would have 3, 4, or even 5 little babies. I can just maybe grab one here. This is not a you see, this is not a bunny. This is, for example, a puppy surprise line. But yeah, it would have little babies like this, just with, you know, more looking like bunnies. And oh my god, this is really soft. This is in such a good condition. This looks so good and I'm so happy. I know she had 2 and I was like, I don't even remember if I said which one I wanted because it didn't matter to me. So she kept one of them. I think she kept the one that had still a baby or so, which is totally fine for me because, like, honestly, I sometimes don't even know really if I should put the babies, like, display wise. Should I display them with the babies in their belly? Some of mine do have the babies in their belly, but some of the babies are just randomly here, so it's technically nicer if you display the baby separately, but I don't know. I'm just so happy to have one. It's a bunny surprise. Of course, they were done by Hasbro in the early to mid 90s, so this one I believe is probably from 1993, which the most of them are. Yeah, it has the 1993 logo. They don't have not logo, tag. They don't have names, I believe. They just have, like, they're called like the breeds. So this is probably, I don't know what they're called, the bunny, but all of the bunnies look like that. So they don't have names. It's not like this is Strawberry Hoppy or something. It's not. They don't have names. Like especially the dogs, they are then, you know, called like a poodle. There's poodles or there's bulldogs and all of that. And this is technically, I don't know what you call them in English, but with the ears down. So in German you would say Widder, but I don't even think that there were others in terms of the bunny surprise other than this, you know, statue. Okay, let's grab something else. Ah, this one. This I remember somehow. This looks like a Polly Pocket, but it's not. It is technically just a knockoff Polly Pocket. But this is one that I found it so interesting whenever I saw that these were existing, because the interiors look actually pretty amazing. Oops. Ah. Wow, okay, the door fell off, but I think I can put it back. Yeah. And there's also a door missing. And, oh, but there's one figure. These are, I don't know what they exactly are called, but they are like fairy tale compacts. So it is really just called My Little Fairy Tale. Okay, like My Little Pony, My Little whatever. But you know, this is the Little Red Riding Hood. So there's lots of fairy tales in this. I don't know what, Cinderella or Hansel and Gretel. I don't even know which ones, but from the outside, I mean, it's a heart shape. It's not super crazy. This is a little discolored here, but I think for a knockoff Polly Pocket, the insides are so beautifully made. Now this one is a little broken, which that's totally fine, but look how pretty it is on the inside. All of them have like doors here that you can open up for, you know, and it will reveal a mirror. This door on the side here is a little bit broken. Look how pretty, look how cute. The little bunnies there, and then the butterflies, and I'm not sure, what does this? Does it do anything? I'm not sure. This looks like as if it was a button. I'm not super familiar with them. I just think that also this on the inside had a little additional door. But look how pastel the colors are. On the lower part there is, oh how cute, there's some, I mean, first of all, on the outside there's little stickers that show a little more, you know, wooden scenery, little you know, not lake, but you know, little river with a bridge over it. Then here everything's painted, like super detailed painted, and then it goes probably into the inside of Little Red Riding Hood's home. There's a little desk, and here the chairs spin around, and here is some, you know, a sofa or something, or a chair just, and here's the bed, and the bed even has a fabric piece as the blanket. These are so pretty. They are actually prettier, in my opinion, to display open. So I will try to find a place open for it. Maybe not even in the Polly Pocket collection, because I don't know. This is kind of, you know, crowded already, and I don't have that much space. Let's put it here. Ah yeah, and here's the little, we have Little Red Riding Hood here. These dolls are not you know, movable like Polly Pocket. They don't have a hinge or any movable arms or something like that, but it's not necessary. They're really detailed. Look at them. They still, you know, have the same, you know, style in the face as Polly Pockets. What company actually did this? Is there a company on the inside? Prime Time, made in China. Apparently the company is Prime Time, which is a company I have never heard of. Are there actually any, I mean, inside, yeah, probably really just inside the little stools. They are the little, you know, places where you can put the doll. Doesn't have many places to put it. But, oh yeah, no, the door falls down again. I don't know if I can do anything about that. Probably not. Just when you leave it, you know, like this, it will not fall. Okay. Oh, what's that? I don't remember this in the trade. These are really cute. These were actually, I believe, McDonald's. Oh, this one's also empty. These were McDonald's, you know, toys, Happy Meal toys. Doesn't say a year, but probably at one point from the 90s in Europe, I'm pretty sure, because they promoted like Disneyland Paris. As you can see here, it says Disneyland Paris, and this is meant to be probably Snow White's cottage or something like that. And when you would open them, then there was actually a Mickey or Minnie or Donald or Daisy or something, the main characters from Disney, Fab 5 or whatever. here. You could also take them out, but it would like plop, like one of those figures that is folded in and then flop, when you open it, pops up. I've had those before. I also had this one, but they were always in my like Polly Pocket display, but as I have like condensed my Polly Pocket display into a smaller space, and even before that I got rid of them actually before, so I don't need that. So if it's okay, then I will just bring this with me to Toyplosion and, you know, give it to someone, or maybe ask if someone wants it, because these, you find them at flea markets here and there. I don't know how many they are, there's at least 4. I think I had 3 of them. They're very pretty. There's one that looks like a castle, that's one that looks like it's a small world, the outside. And I think this is meant to be like Snow White's cottage. They're really sweet, and if you are into, you know, girly and also compact toys, these look really good in a display. I just didn't have space for them anymore. But thank you so much. I think this was not really part of the trade. Okay, I see one of the main things here, but let's get to something else. I think this is a pony. I think this is a G3 pony, because I can remember we had 1 or 2 ponies in the trade, and then she decided to that actually one of them she still wanted to keep, which is fine. She said it has sentimental value to her, so then she kept definitely one of them. So I think there should be 1 pony at least in here. Ah, this is it. This is the G3 pony, and it is, I think it's a pretty special one. It is a Minty, but it is this very special holiday Minty. I mean, Minties are always rather, you know, Christmassy, not always, but, you know, through this cartoon, you know, very Minty Christmas. Minty has this connotation of being a Christmas pony, but I think this one definitely was one. Wow, this is in a specific pose a little later on. I mean, it's not just the normal, you know, I don't know what, collector core 7 or whatever pose. The head is a little bit different, so not a lot, but a couple of ponies came out in this pose. I really have to check how this version of Minty is called, but you can see it. She has the normal Minty symbol here, the cutie mark of the you know, mints, but then she has like on the side of her body also like snow mans and snowflakes, and then of course this gradient on the hoof, which also is visible on the other side, but the other side doesn't have a cutie mark because that's normal for G3. And also around her eye there's a snowflake. It's glittery. I love this, and she has a two-toned hair. Normally Minty has really just this almost fading pink, and here she has light pink and dark pink also on the tail. This is a beautiful pony, and I think if you're looking for G3 Minties, this is one of the more like expensive ones, because, you know, she's so pretty that people just want her. Let me quickly check really what this version was called. It's a little boring. There isn't even really a nice name for her, like, I don't know what, Christmas surprise or something on the box or so. No, I think she was really just marketed again as Minty, but if you look online, she's apparently Minty version 7, because she's the 7th version of Minty that was released, and this one is then the last one. And yeah, this pose, as I said, not the normal core 7, but a little different. The pose is called core 2 pose, because I don't know, it's the core 1 and the core 2, and this looks almost like the other. Let me grab one. For example, this is the normal pose, but if you check out the head, it's a little downward. It's a little bit different, and also the mouth is open. And I believe there's only like 3 or so ponies in this pose actually, and I actually have another one of them. And all the ones in this pose, and not all, but I think have always a little bit more embellished detail. Like, for example, I have this Cheerilee here, which has definitely more eyeshadow, and this here on the forehead. So these 2 are in the same pose. And there's another one, I think a Tula Rula also in this pose. I'm super happy about this. She will definitely always be something in my Christmas display, of course, but she will also be a part of my normal G3 display. Oh, I'm super happy about this Minty. Let me see, there's still more stuff. I don't know what this is. I have no idea what this is. what is this? Looks like something where you could stamp maybe, or I don't know if you molded something out of clay or so. I'm very sorry, I don't know where this comes from. It looks super cute. Unless it has fallen off of something else, which I'm not sure, but because there's more stuff in here. For example, this, well, it's probably not from this. I remember also what this is. Yeah. This is actually just a stationery thing, like a little container, a little box with drawers. But I think it is from 99. Yeah, which is a stationery brand from the early 90s, maybe late 80s, that kind of tried to, you know, bring the Sanrio vibe, because at that point, like, Sanrio started really getting like traction, being super popular, especially for, you know, all sorts of stationery goods. And there was another brand called 99, really written in the, as a word here, 99. Taiwan apparently produced. And they also have super cute designs, and they're stationery, like their boxes and all. They're so cute. When she showed me a photo, I had no idea how big this is. So I had the feeling, because she said, oh, it is so big, I have no space for it. But it's actually pretty tiny, so I'm happy that it is that tiny. Let's see what I'm doing. Let's see what I can do with this. Maybe I can put like Polly Pocket dolls or something in there, like my doubles or so. Or the ones that I don't have a space for. Or because it's really tiny, it wouldn't even fit, I don't know what, combs or brushes or so. It would be something, and I wouldn't come really far with this with Barbie shoes also, because I have a huge box of Barbie shoes. So, but I wanted to have it. It's so cute. It's rainbow, and whoops, and now seeing that it's actually pretty little, I don't know, I'm probably able to put this somewhere. I have one other like thing from 99 that I found at the flea market, which is like, I don't know, like a box. It's probably also meant for stationery goods, because I thought it's a lunchbox, but it doesn't look like a lunchbox actually. Maybe I put it also somewhere there, because this is up there with my pony. I don't know, but it's so cute. I thought like, I really would like to have this. Okay. What is this? Ooh! Fun! There's so many cute things in, and here's the note. So probably I opened it up from the wrong side, I guess. But this was the normal side to open it. This is where, because it used to be an Amazon package, I can see that. Where the Amazon thing would, you know, where you would open it. But probably she used to open it from the other side. First of all, look at this cute, it's like a, it looks more like a pencil case, but I think it's, because I see it's more like a binder on the inside. Strawberry and sparkly. And on the other side, it's see-through, and I can see lots of small and cute goodies in there. And I see there's a note, so I should have started there. Yeah. Okay, here's even something else. Okay, let's read it. It's not that long, I guess. Hi, Lau. I love watching your videos and living, I can never say that word, vicariously through your flea market hunts. I still remember going to German flea markets when I was little. I think, yeah, she also spent, or she had, I think she has relatives living in Germany. When I was little, an entire plastic caddy, I cannot really read that, full of Sylvanian or forest families for €2. Yeah, you actually, in case of Sylvanian families in Germany, you also had other knockoff brands like Bärenwald or something from Simba and all. You find them quite often here. Yeah, I just don't collect them. But apparently, Alison had really good finds back then. So fun to discuss finding different things in different places. Anyway, I hope, because I also, when she was still on Instagram, we sent lots of messages back and forth, especially, you know, voice messages. I hope you enjoy these, mostly US, but some from Sweden, toys in your collection. I cannot read that. Met Valina Hellia. That's probably Swedish. Alison Purple Bat Project. P.S. I'm not sure who these shoes belong to. She's talking probably about something in here, but maybe you can find a use for them, or just add them to a jar of color, something like that. Yeah, I found these dolls. I found these dolls at the thrift the other day. Okay, then these were really not included in our normal, like in the trade, for around €1 each. Oh my god, such a steal. And thought they might be interesting. Same place I found the turtle. Let's see what turtle. I don't know about a turtle yet. And Motu actually. Ah, no, hers. Right. Because she also, like, she's not an action figure collector at all. But at one point she picked up like a colorful Motu figure and a colorful, you know, turtles figure. Because, I mean, they are cool, even though you're not really collecting action figures. They're cool collectible things. They have colorful, weird molds and so she was like, oh, maybe I keep them. And apparently, I think she kept them. So apparently, same store where she found these two dolls. And you will have to check that one if you ever come to Stockholm. Ah, so apparently that's a really good thrift store. If I ever come to Stockholm, then I have to check that one out. So let's see what she's talking about shoes, because I can see, yeah, I can see here there are some shoes. Oh, nice. There's definitely one pair of Barbie shoes, two actually. And the other one might be like, I don't know, Steffi Love or something. And here are some pony brushes, but let's start with the shoes. I can see, yeah, there's single shoes. A yellow one. Another yellow one. They're all singles. No, this one is not a single. This is what I think might be Steffi Love. Another one of those. This is an original Barbie heel from the 90s and 2000s. And this one I have also never seen. So I am okay with also having single shoes, because like for example, a normal yellow Barbie pump from the 90s or so, maybe I have the other one, or maybe I find the other one at one point. I keep single shoes because sometimes I can put them together. Sometimes I can, you know, place them with their counterpart. I have no idea what that is. What is that? A teeny tiny camera? Ah, something from Tsum Tsum. But it might be, it might be the right size even to put, I don't know, on a Barbie or so. Like a huge Polaroid camera. What else is in here? I see two My Little Pony brushes. I think one of them could be original. This one. I think this one is a reproduction, because I can see it by the plastic. First of all, I don't have this one. I don't have this in this color, but I can feel it. It's a different way the plastic is done. This is more shiny. I think this is an original one, while this is a reproduction. It's more matte and a little more see-through, but it's very cool. I definitely have this one, well, although definitely there's so many different shades, so I definitely need to check, but I think I have this one, but this one I definitely don't have. So always great to have some more My Little Pony brushes. Of course, these are G1, I mean G1 or reproduction G1. Ah, so cute. Here we have two blind bag ponies from generation 4. I think, I don't know if I have this one. I have a similar one, but it has a different cutie mark. I think mine has a cherry pie or something on it. So I might not have this. Just the classic G4 blind bag pony. And this one I'm pretty sure I don't have. I don't have a glittery see-through cold in blue with music notes. I don't think I have this one. So cool. I, by the way, just recently, about a week ago, bought myself some new jars, like vases or whatever, see-through ones for, you know, my blind bag ponies or other miniature ponies, Ponyville and all, because it started to get so crowded that I actually cannot fit anymore in the ones that I have. So I just need to rearrange this little, you know, shelf then. What else is this? What do we have here? So many fun things. And who is this? This is so cute. Oh, I love her. She has a dinosaur on her shirt. It's pink here. What does it say? Something about 1987. 87. Let me quickly Google search this because I don't know who this is. I've never seen this little girl. By the way, let me first show her to you that you can see her. Maybe you already know what this is. Reminds me a little bit of the Hollywoods, but it's definitely not one of them. But what is this? Definitely 80s, I would guess, because it has an 87 stamp on it. Doesn't need to be. Sometimes molds are reused and they still have the same year on it when they first were used. But We Wild Things. Oh, and I believe no, okay, doesn't belong to that. Just looked like. Oh, so fun! I've never really, thought about seen those or recognized any of those. We Wild Things, apparently. Mattel? Is that really Mattel? It doesn't say Mattel, it just says M. M.I 1980. So, apparently they were even made by Mattel. How fun! Why have I never heard of them? Look at those, they're so neon. Okay. I definitely have to research them a little better than this, but they're so cute. And she has articulation, similar to, a Polly Pocket. I think the legs are not moving separately, no, just together. The arms are moving separately. So adorable. The hair is really nice. I mean, I cannot tell. It could also be polypropylene, but with this kind of short hair length, you don't, see it. But it's so nice and pink and so straight. And this face is so adorable. We Wild Things. Okay. Love to discover new toy lines. I mean, not necessarily as in, oh no, I need to collect those, but these are Tsum Tsums. Oh my god, Tsum Tsums, that's so long ago. We have Dumbo and we have a Cheshire Cat. Oh my god, Tsum Tsums was such a big thing. I don't know what, 10, 15, I don't remember one, maybe not that long ago, but it is kind of long ago to me. I never collected them, but of course I knew them. Also the plushies, especially in the Disney realm. Disney Tsum Tsum, especially with this game. I mean, I think, were Tsum Tsums just Disney? I don't know if there were also others, but I remember my friends used to play the Disney Tsum Tsum game like crazy. All of the events and all of that. I never did that. But, oh, what is this? Also Tsum Tsum. So, maybe it goes to Cheshire Cat, I guess. Because Cheshire Cat is sitting in trees. Yeah, this way. This is definitely for Cheshire Cat. Like, in Alice in Wonderland, when there are all the signs, this way, this way. Okay, and maybe the camera was, because it also said, did it also say Tsum Tsum? Yeah, it also said Tsum Tsum. I don't know, that would be stupid, right? What has Dumbo to do with the camera? But maybe it belongs to Dumbo. I don't know. But these are so cute. I never had any Tsum Tsums, as I said. And this is a little Sebastian from The Little Mermaid. I don't know where this comes from. It looks like very small. It just says Disney. Who knows where this is from? Oh, so cute. And two cute little chain necklaces. And of course this super cute binder that I don't know if I can use it for something, but it is definitely, you can open it up and then put your own pages in there. This is super cute. Thank you so much for all of the little additional goodies. Put it here. Yeah. Oh my god, there's still more. Ah, okay. No, this is the turtle. Okay. Then she did not kept the turtle. I think then she just kept the Motu figure. And the turtle is probably this one. wow, what kind of, this is not from the original series. Is this from the Next Mutations? Or is this from 2003? I think that's 2003, so 3KX, the turtle line, right? I don't have any of them because, I mean, honestly, if it's not vintage turtles, like vintage turtles, I mostly don't really pay attention. But this one looks cool. It looks like one of the maybe Paleo Patrol or something like that from that era. I'm not sure 100%, but I think this is from the 3KX, so from the line that started in 2003. There's like bones and it has like, I don't know, it looks like, I think it could be one from the Paleo turtles of that era. Wow, that looks really cool. I will definitely keep it and put in my like little shelf that is like mostly turtles and similar toy lines. Because I also have one Next Mutation turtle, that was the line starting from I think 1998 until like when this then was released. So this is I think from 2003 around the time. I don't know if there's a stamp anywhere on it. Probably, yeah, here, but it's too small to read it. It says 2000 something, 2003 or 2008 or so. And apparently the TV show, so the cartoon that belonged to this iteration of Turtles is one of the best ones. So you're a hardcore Turtles fan, as in like also the TV shows and movies and all of that, I think this is a really good series. I forgot to look into this. What's actually in here? Oh, so many cute stickers and other little glittery goods. These are earrings. Oh my god, I love them. They're actually just, you know, like a puffy sticker, but there's something on the inside. All of this glitter. I mean, it's not a sticker, of course, but you know, this material. And then there's earrings. Oh my god. I will wear them so often. They are amazing. Thank you so much. Oh my god, so cute. I remember these. I remember that she actually, I think she bought them at because in Sweden there is actually always a small pony convention, and I think she bought them probably there from an artist, and then she, I don't know, decided that she doesn't need all of them or so. Oh my god, look at those. Of course they are fan-made pony stickers. Oh god, I mean, this is not an original, that's not an existing pony, let's say it like this, but imagine a pony like this maybe in the merry-go-round line. Oh my god. And then here we have a sea pony, a baby sea pony, glittering, but it's not sitting in, you know, water, it's sitting in a cappuccino, I guess, or something like that, in a milk coffee, because it's of course also, the brown one's also not existing, unless it's discolored, because that's possible with sea ponies. Oh, here's a Halloween one in a donut. Oh, so adorable. Even a pumpkin in the hair. I guess that's a small pumpkin. And there's one more, also a rather witchy one in another donut. Look at that. It's so glittery you don't even really see the eyes on this one. It has, like, you know, the eyes are closed and it's like smiling. Oh, I love them. I mean, these I will not put in random trades or something for other people. I will keep these. And maybe one of them I will probably also put on my laptop, I guess. On my work laptop. So adorable. Oh, and Moomins, of course. I can never remember if the Moomins are originally from Sweden or from Norway, Finland, one of those. I'm so sorry. But of course, I also love to watch the Moomins as a child. Don't remember much of it, and I had a book. I had a Comet in Moomin Valley or whatever it's called. I had this book and I found it rather scary, I believe. But who doesn't love the Moomins? I think the Moomins are not super popular over in the US, but this is such a lovely, you know, franchise with lovely characters, and there's so many different animated shows, and it's, by the way, very popular in Japan. So, this was all in this envelope, which I, of course, forgot when I pulled it out, because I think it was also inside this little pouch here. Okay, I see one more. Oh, I think this is, no, okay, this was just filling material. Is this a Target bag? Oh my god, I will keep this. This is a Target bag. So this is clearly not from Sweden, but from the US. Her family, of course, is still living in the US, so she visits also the US pretty often, I guess. And we don't have Target here, so I don't know. It's funny to have a Target bag. I think this was really just, you know, stuffing material, like all of the bubble wrap and all. And I think now there's just one thing left, or is there more? No, that's it. And maybe you can hear already. Sounds like a Polly Pocket. It is a Polly Pocket. This has always been one of my, you know, grail Polly Pockets, but it is very elusive. It never comes up for sale. Seriously, I mean, I have stopped at one point, like looking for Polly Pockets online, but in the time when I was like daily going up, you know, on all of the online websites from eBay to, I don't know, Kleinanzeigen, and then maybe nowadays Vinted and all, I've never seen it come up for sale. It's, if I have heard that if it comes up for sale, it is extremely expensive. And I was like, I will probably never have this. And this one is also not in a good condition. But, you know, Polly Pockets and not in good condition, I mean by discolored. It's really discolored from the outside. But should I just not take it from her and, you know, because I will never be able to get it back. I mean, I would maybe able to get it a little bit nicer in terms of color again with retro brighting, but with Polly Pockets, I'm not good with that. It always gets uneven and it discolors back after a while. So I will probably not do that and either just display it open, or the other idea would really to spray paint over it in a nice color. But it is the Moonride pencil case. Okay, yeah, from the outside I think someone has already done like a little bit of a retro brighting situation, because I see it is really uneven, or someone has done some other, I don't know, whatever on it. But the backside still looks nice. This is the original color, so it used to be purple. It is in the shape of this moon. You can see it. And it was more or less meant to be as a pencil case. But, I mean, I don't know who really used it as a pencil case. Would be a strong distraction from school, I guess. Oh, this is so pretty on the inside. Oh my god. Oh, and we have one of the, I don't actually really know what they are, stampers or something. This is on there. Yeah, of course. There's also dolls that would go to it. I think 2 also. And then there's these little, I don't even really know what they are meant to be. Like these little pieces. Are they? I don't know. Maybe also just accessory pieces. I don't know. Can you put them somewhere? Yeah, this is probably here like a little desk or so. But look how pretty it is on the inside. Look at this beautiful ship here. Oh my god. The clouds. The starry night sky. Here you would be able, I think, to really put the dolls. So it is really like a, you know, like a ride. Like an amusement park ride, or, you know, theme park ride. Like the ship, like the Flying Dutchman or something like that, you know. Oh, this is so pretty. It's, of course, it's like, it reminds me even of the Moondreamers playset. I mean, also a really rare piece and all, but, and you could use this as stencils. This was the little thing that I had. Probably more, I don't know, there were more pieces that you could put there. And there's other, you know, there's not really a lot in here. It also came, of course, with 2 pencils, I believe. And maybe these are just the pencil toppers. That could also be the case, that these things are meant to be the pencil toppers. I think it came with some kind of pencil toppers. So there's really, like, it is really meant to be, there's lots of space here. You could probably put your eraser there, and I don't know, your pencil sharpener there. And then there's lots of space for pencils. So it is really meant to be a pencil case. Ah, now I get it. Here you do this. Haha. that's where the, you know, little turning wheel here, or the gear is here at the top. You also could already see from the outside. And there's lots of spaces where you could, I think, clip stuff. I'm not really versed into the Polly Pockets anymore. I have stopped researching constantly or something, because that's why I don't remember all of that anymore. But I always really wanted to have this. I think it is so rare because it was only released under the Bluebird brand and not under Mattel. Like in most countries we got Mattel versions, and that's not really different or whatever. Some people always think, well, Mattel took over in the late 90s, right? And before that was all Bluebird. No, here in Germany or in the US or in lots of other countries, except for the UK, Polly Pocket was released under you know, Mattel already. It was the distributor, it worked together with Bluebird, but I think this one really was just distributed by Bluebird, if I'm not mistaken, which means it might have only been released in the UK, really just the UK, not Europe, just England, I believe. I might be wrong about that, but yeah, it's from 1996, so also a late one, and super hard to find. And of course, like this, it doesn't really look very good. So as I said, either I would display it open if I find a space for that, or I might do both. I mean, it would really make sense to just get myself a nice purple spray paint and really try to evenly spray paint over it. I mean, you cannot get it worse than that. And if you look closely, you see that it is already uneven. Can you see that, how it is here? I guess someone already did the retro briding, and it has discolored back. So I guess it is already kind of ruined. So I might really try. If I get a nice spray paint, if I don't, then I don't. But look at how beautiful this is. Oh my God, can I put it here? Wow, okay, the box is empty. So many colorful, cute pieces. The Dream Beauty, this Polly Pocket here, what was it called? Sweet Treat Shop. We have the Moonrise pencil case. We have the knockoff Polly Pocket, the Little Red Riding Hood one. We have here the 99 little stationery goods. We have all of these little pieces, the Tsum Tsums, the Blind Bag Ponies. We have the two dolls, the Christy, Sparkle Beach Christy, and the Beat Fun, I think, Imani. We have the Bunny Surprise. We have the super adorable version of Minty. We have this little doll, the what were they called? I've already forgotten, something. And so many other little cute goodies. That was such a nice thing. I mean, it doesn't look like much, and that's already probably almost an hour or something. But there were some things in here that I was a little confused about, and this and this and that. But this is such an amazing package, so many good things. So thank you so much, Purple Bat Project. If you as I said, if you want to check out her YouTube, as I said, it's a really chill YouTube channel. She does hauls and all whenever she wants, but they are really just super relaxing to watch and to listen to her voice. And this is the stuff that she also collects, unless not the dolls. She's not really into Barbie. So I will link her channel definitely down below. So thank you so much, Allison. This is so cute. She, by the way, I didn't say it already. The video of all of this, trade, the box that I sent to her. This video is already up for a while. So judging by when this video or the other one was uploaded, then you can see when we did this trade. Either it was beginning of this year or it was the end of last year, or I don't remember. I will definitely directly link this video. Maybe if I can link it directly here, you can watch her part of this. So the stuff that I sent to her. Yeah, if you check out her channel, then please tell her in the comments that you come from here, from my channel. I watch her videos. I think I rarely comment, which is a shame. I just have some YouTubers where I'm like, I just enjoy watching it, and I don't know, but I should definitely also comment more on her videos. So thank you, Alison, and thank you all of you for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, don't forget you can give it a thumbs up, you can comment down below, and if you're not subscribed and you love all of this cute stuff, then maybe you want to push the subscribe button and, you know, check out my videos more regularly, because, you know, when you're subscribed, it's easier for you to find my videos again. It helps to grow my channel, and it doesn't cost any money or anything, so it's really just, you know, an easy thing. I don't have any, you know, any additional, you know, thing where you can pay money or whatever. I don't have a Patreon. I don't have, what's it called, the memberships on YouTube. I don't make money with my videos. They're not monetized. Still, you get advertisements. I know I cannot do that. I cannot do anything about that. You know, my hands are bound. I cannot do anything about what YouTube decides to put advertisement in the videos. Some videos have lots of advertisement, some others don't, or depends on who's watching. I don't know. So anyways, thank you so much for watching. See you real soon. I made the toys be with you. Bye!